Many people hold the belief that used SUVs are a dud, but they couldn't be more wrong. There are many sturdy vehicles on the market that are still going strong despite being secondhand. And savvy shoppers know this is the best way to get the most bang for your buck. Here's our roundup of the best SUVs you can get with 100,000 miles on them. Honda CR-V. Opening our list is the ever-popular Honda CR-V, an SUV known and loved by many. One of the best-selling vehicles on the market, this baby rules the compact SUV segment with a number of reliable claims, including comfort, high resale value, and fuel efficiency. Although Honda first made it known to the world in 1996, the CR-V didn't hit the North American market until 1997. Honda claims that CR-V stands for Comfortable Runabout Vehicle. But regardless of the origin of the acronym, the Honda CR-V is one of the top options for people searching for a dependable family and grocery carrier. The most loved models are the fourth-generation SUVs that were introduced between 2012 and 2016. It also has a 2.4-liter engine with 184 horsepower, which is a pretty respectable amount of power. But all these huge claims aside, there's a reason why people keep buying it as the years pass by, and that's because it promises to stick with you for the long run. Toyota 4Runner. Considering the popularity of the Helix, Toyota upgraded the storied pickup and released the 4Runner in 1984. The 4Runner has established a reputation as among the most dependable SUVs throughout the years. Nearly 40 years later, a lot has changed in terms of innovation, ride, comfort, and features. But the predecessor's renowned reliability hasn't changed. Because of its body-on-frame construction and general simplicity, this SUV has high reliability. Basically, fewer parts were broken and were simple to repair when they did. Who wouldn't want that, right? An SUV that's inexpensive to maintain is likely to be on the road and operating for a longer period of time, according to RepairPal, which estimated the cost of repairs and maintenance for predecessors to be just $514 annually. Even though the 4Runner appears archaic in comparison to other SUVs and crossovers available today, it remains a reliable vehicle, even when it has well over 100,000 miles on that odometer. Honda Pilot. The Pilot, Honda's largest SUV, was first offered on the American market for the 2003 model year, and it'll soon reach its fourth generation in 2023. The Honda Pilot is an incredibly reliable SUV, and the second-generation versions, which were produced from 2009 to 2015, stand out for their toughness and dependability. All variants include a 5-speed automated transmission and a 3.5-liter V6 VTEC engine with 250 horsepower under the hood. To keep an SUV in top running condition, most manufacturers advise performing an inspection and service when the mileage reaches 100,000, whereas Honda advises waiting until 125,000 miles. Yeah, that's how confident they are about their product. Something interesting to note is that Honda produces the Pilot in its North American manufacturing facility in Lincoln, Alabama. The Japanese manufacturer also uses high-quality standards to create key Pilot components like powertrains in the USA. Toyota RAV4. If you're looking into buying a used Toyota RAV4, you may be shocked by the costs and the level of interest in this little SUV. Despite the fact that it's not the most powered nor the finest equipped SUV, sales of it are at an all-time high, thanks to the unfailing dependability. Toyota has always excelled at total quality management, and because of this, the Japanese automaker is the undisputed king of trustworthy cars. The Toyota RAV4 is one of the most sturdy SUVs, because Toyota made sure that the quality of a few specific thresholds was matched at every stage of production from beginning to end. Many things in life can be disappointing, but we promise this SUV will never fail you. Lexus GX 460. Inspired by the Toyota Land Cruiser Prado, an SUV that isn't sold in North America but is well known in other countries across the world, the second-generation GX 460 first debuted in 2010. A few modifications have been made by Lexus since the model's introduction, but the SUV itself hasn't changed at all. But that tried-and-true method appears to be doing wonders for its dependability. Thanks to the 4.6-liter V8 engine's low power output, in comparison to the component's durability, the GX 460 is especially efficient when compared with many of its competitors. Simply said, Toyota didn't attempt to squeeze every lit of power out of that engine and drivetrain, which resulted in overbuilt components. One of the most dependable SUVs on the road today is the GX. Owners of the Lexus GX 460 have reported that, aside from the standard routine examinations, they don't need to frequently take their SUV to the mechanic, which is obviously great news for new buyers. When you're sifting through the used SUV market, getting overwhelmed is really easy. There's just so many choices out there. But don't worry, we've narrowed down the top picks for you. So keep watching to have a few more options before you decide which SUV is the best fit for you. Toyota Highlander. Most automobile manufacturers nowadays place more emphasis on external aesthetics than internal engineering. Toyota is one automaker that deliberately prioritizes functionality over aesthetics, and this is true with the Highlander. In 2014, Highlander began production on its third generation. The midsize crossover SUV has two engines, a 3.5-liter V6 with 270 horsepower, and an inline 2.7-liter four-cylinder with 185 horsepower. Front-wheel drive is standard, but owners of V6 vehicles can also go for all-wheel drive. What's more is that a hybrid drivetrain is also offered for the Highlander. The 2020 Highlander's facelift keeps its smooth powertrain and comfy ride characteristics intact. You found the ideal vehicle if you've been searching for a trustworthy used SUV. The estimated yearly repair cost of a Highlander, according to RepairPal, is just $489, which is significantly less than the typical cost. Consumer Reports consistently gave Highlander a reliable rating of 5 out of 5. And what's not to love with this one, right? Toyota Sequoia. Toyota released the third version of its biggest SUV, the Sequoia, in 2022, which is based on the same architecture as the robust Tundra pickup truck. However, if you're shopping for a used Sequoia, you're probably more interested in the models from the previous iteration. Toyota stuck with the second-generation Sequoia from 2008 until 2022, a period of time that's unusually long for a manufacturer. But it's a strategy the company employs with many of its models to attain high reliability. The automaker doesn't typically introduce new features and prefers to stick with tried-and-true solutions. A 5.7-liter V8 engine with 381 horsepower and a 6-speed seamless automated transmission was standard on the 2017 Sequoia. It had a four-wheel drive option as well as a rear-wheel drive. And despite having poor fuel efficiency ratings, the full-size SUV remains a reliable piece of machinery. Nissan Armada. While many other Nissan models have experienced dependability issues, the sturdy body of the Armada stands out as a reliable SUV, particularly the second-generation model introduced in 2017. It was based on the Nissan Patrol, which is among the most well-known Nissan models worldwide. The Patrol was a well-liked SUV throughout the Middle East, Europe, Australia, and Asian nations, despite not being available in the US. The 2017 Armada has a 5.6-liter V8 engine that produces 390 horsepower and a 7-speed automated transmission with adaptive shift management and downshifts rev matching. The Armada is available in 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive and has a towing kit that allows it to pull up to 8,500 pounds. This SUV can carry a large family and a lot of goods, in addition to traveling hundreds of thousands of miles with little maintenance and repair. Lexus RX 350. The majority of SUV owners anticipate relying on their vehicles every day when they buy them. Despite not being the most well-known SUV on the market right now, the Lexus RX 350 is unquestionably one of the most dependable luxury SUVs you can treat yourself to. A new engine, a new transmission, and new safety measures were added to the 2016 redesign of Lexus. making it a high-value automobile. Unupdated and more potent 3.5-liter V6 gasoline engine with direct injection that produces 300 horsepower is housed beneath that hood, connected to a new 8-speed automatic transmission that can handle any situation on the road. Based on its reliable engine, transmission, and drive system, Consumer Reports gave the 4th-generation R6 350 model a reliability rating of 5 out of 5. The Lexus R6 is a solid option for people looking for used SUVs who want something durable. All you need to do to ensure that your Lexus RX lasts for many wonderful years of driving is to drive it as it was intended to be driven and maintain it as necessary. Subaru Forester. In today's SUVs, dependability is a trait that is often overlooked. Although Subaru may not be the classiest one, it is a well-known car maker for producing sturdy vehicles. According to IC Vehicles, approximately 10% of original owners keep their Subaru Foresters for over 15 years, which seems uncommon these days. Some people have reportedly reached 200,000 miles and beyond. And honestly, that's really impressive. It just goes to show that Subaru is constantly improving the Forester model while building a name for the vehicle's durability. According to Consumer Reports, the 4th and 5th generation Forester models, which have been on the market since 2014, have excellent reliability and owner satisfaction ratings. So, what do you think is the best SUV on the market right now? Why don't you let us know in those comments down below, and please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Thanks for tuning in.